we go with a little bit of Fat Guy Radio Show.
The hottest t-shirts to hit the internet. Online now. Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store at fatguyradioshow.com/store. T-shirt styles and designs for everyone. Show your love for the show or rock a killer swanky new tee designed by us. Visit fatguyradioshow.com/store. Starting at just $19.99. Choose your size and color, then buy it now to order. 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shipping worldwide. Order today as supplies are limited. The Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Open now at fatguyradioshow.com/store.
It's the Fat Guy Radio Show. It's the Fat Guy Radio Show. We got the Fat Guy Radio Show. Hey America, you wanna laugh? How about you get down with the Fat Guy? Cause we got Corey, he bougie AF. Then we got DJ, he never did anything. And then DA, he lazy. And little D, yo, he crazy. Put them together, they all fun. Here we come again with the Fat Guy Radio Show. Right now, Radio Show. Fat Guy Radio Show. Holla, it's the Fat Guy Radio Show. Podcast. Radio Show. Fat Guy Radio Show. Boom, let's go.
I think the crowd was literally cheering Fat Guy.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, what the hell am I?
Fat
What is
Guy, Fat Guy, Fat Guy, Fat Guy, Fat Guy.
No, I'm not high enough to hear it.
I'm drunk enough to hear it.
Welcome to the show, everyone, everywhere, boys and girls. It's another Fat Guy Radio Show live and on the air just for you. Hopefully, we'll be able to stay on the air, and the monsoon storm that has decided to actually come out of nowhere doesn't knock us off the air, ladies and gentlemen, because one thing we know about here in Arizona is that, quality, not that important. And when you start the show, turn off Wally. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great time.
Illusion of greatness.
The illusion of greatness is what we are definitely looking for here, folks.
Y'all alluding, I am.
Oh, I'm great. I'm Devin Booker, bubble great. 8-0. Let's go.
Devin Booker. We're going to get into the Phoenix Suns a little later on in the show. I'm going to give a brief comment about the Phoenix Suns. But, boys, I want to know something. When I was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
That's from Cinderella.
That is not from Cinderella, you cultureless bastard. The movie that we're mentioning is The Lion King. But when I was a young warthog, they used to have this thing at the church called the prayer breakfast. And I always thought to myself, the prayer breakfast. And I said to myself, myself said, huh? How the hell you go pray with food in your mouth?
You got to pray after the breakfast.
Sausage and eggs and cheese. How you praying over breakfast or praying while you got breakfast in your mouth? It don't make no sense.
Or maybe it's prayers cut out in the pancakes and waffles.
Like when the Virgin Mary appeared in the toast?
Exactly.
Ah.
So the whole breakfast is a big prayer.
I just thought about that today.
Or maybe you're praying over the food, but also praying that while you digest and partake in the food, that it is helping you become closer and nearer to God, and also letting God take your troubles away while you're digesting that food.
Are you saying nearer to thee? Nearer to thee, my God, near. That seems like when, back in church days when they had devotion and the deacons be leading the devotion. They don't do it no more. They call it praise and worship now.
Yeah.
And the deacons be up there during devotion, and they be singing songs that only other deacons know.
Because they wrote them together.
Yeah, they wrote them on the way in. They wrote them all the way in to the service.
Hey, you should add a little. Yeah, that's fire right there.
Yeah,
Add
put
right
that
there.
in there. Put that in there. But just
I'm
make
gonna
sure,
put that in.
make sure, Deacon Alfred, when you hit that high note, your teeth don't come falling out. Because every deacon, I believe, had a minimum age maximum of 80 years old. You had to be 80 years old in order to be a deacon in the church.
And I don't even think they were veneers.
They were wooden teeth.
Not only did you get veneers and wooden teeth, but when you became a deacon, they gave you your own jar of polygrip.
Because they want you to be stuck on Jesus.
That's how they initiated them.
Stuck on Jesus. Hold on, let me write that down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They wanted you to be stuck on Jesus. Brought to you by Polydent. No, I was literally thinking about that today. I'm like, the prayer breakfast, because it's the pandemic isn't over just because you're over it.
I'm over it.
So I'm sitting, I'm sitting at home just doing absolutely nothing, and just having random thoughts come into my mind about the prayer breakfast.
You can talk about the prayer breakfast, but you were raised in the church just like I was.
The church?
Yes, I was. I was raised in the church.
He was raised in the church.
In the church, and the church was they had lots of poos in the church,
and the breakfasts were better than the dinners.
Because they have fish fries in the fellowship hall.
Not because the bacon was crispy, the waffles were on point, the pancakes were on point, the eggs were delicious.
That's because Sister Watermelon, who was cooking up all that food, she ain't got nothing else to do but sit back, catch her Social Security check, her food stamps, and make good bacon and good waffles. That's all she had to do.
100 calories, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah, this is how this show's going to go today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to drop a topic, and they're going to drink.
They're going to drink. I'm not even drinking right now. I'm literally talking to you about the breakfast right now and about how, like, what?
So,
in the water. What? In the water, children.
Oh, they don't like that. They don't like in the church. They're not liking
he
that.
ain't never booed your ass, D10. That's a first.
Let's go check the nursery, see how they're responding. Oh no! Oh, the babies.
That wasn't for the babies. That wasn't for the babies.
The babies.
That was a grown folk music.
Let's go check the usher board meeting to see what they got. Oh yeah, she didn't like that neither. Yeah.
F her too.
I apologize.
She wasn't screaming because of that. She's screaming because the pastor done pulled down his robe.
Yeah, let's go.
She was screaming on her knees. I don't know what she was screaming about.
I think the deacon board is also meeting right now. Let me go see. Let's go peek into the deacon board to see how they feel about DT's weighing in the water. There's a deacon board. Oh, the deacon, they're upset.
They wrote the number. They wrote the number.
They didn't like the way you did it.
They told me to hit that hard.
Sorry. All right, let's go over to the teens. The teens are meeting in the next room. Let's walk over to the teens and let's see how the teens respond to DT's weight in the water.
Some old ass teens.
Yeah, the teens, they're a little high. They're high on Jesus. They got a little bit
You sure it's Jesus, not the L?
I don't know what it is, but clearly the weight in the water wasn't.
The angel dust? LCP?
Let's go over to the Pentecostal meeting that's happening up the hallway. Let's see how the Pentecostal. Yeah, they're in the fight. The Pentecostal, they clearly are in a fight right now. But I thought about that prayer breakfast. You can't pray while you got food in your mouth.
I can pray.
Yeah, I can pray.
I got pray. I got food in my mouth right now, and I'm praying.
I can pray with these White Claws in my mouth.
I'm gonna need some White Claws to scrape the entertainment back into the show.
I bet you do. I bet you don't want no Black Claws.
Oh Lord, please let this show be as funny as last week's.
Last week's funny. I didn't watch it.
Oh Lord, please let DA not be as dumb as he is always.
He ain't answering that prayer.
Please give him the intuitiveness to actually be on point with the show. Let Corey's vein not pop out as it always does. And let DJ be as sexy as he always is. In your name we pray. Amen.
But I don't think Jesus is going to get that prayer because I wasn't eating breakfast.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
Remember, when you hush up, you never brought a girl home. The least you can do is let us talk to her.
Yeah, I'd like to get to know.
hi. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So the show is going on. We've started the show, or we might be in commercial right now, but because we've been fighting a lot with YouTube and Vimeo and our other video streaming services, what we've done is we've taken out all of the cool elements like the intro, the bed music, the commercial breaks, and all that other stuff. So while all that is happening right now, you're seeing this, and it's not the ideal way we want to bring you the show, but it's the best workaround to keep the peace between us and YouTube and Vimeo, even though, you know, we are a broadcast entity and they don't recognize that. But I'm so tired of fighting with them about our music and the fact that we have an agreement to allow us to play certain songs and they don't honor that and la 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 la. But anyway, and they threaten to sue. Anyway, so we've taken all that out. So you're hearing this, or you're seeing this, and it may get cut off at any time because when we start talking, that's the part YouTube and Vimeo and the other streaming services will allow us to give you. So once we start talking, I'll just go away and then I'll be back when we go to another commercial, and you'll hear me say the same thing over and over. So it's not our fault. It's just the best way for us to keep the peace, you know, because we're peacekeepers here on Fat Guy Radio Show. And so, yeah, that's where we are. And that's why this is going on. So now I'm like you, just waiting for, you know, the show to come back on or to start or wherever we are in the middle of the program. And you got some nice stuff there at your house or wherever you are. It's kind of cool, just hanging out here in video streaming land. It's me. Show's gonna start, you know, eventually here. Seen any good movies lately? I don't know if that's even appropriate. I'm gonna go check and see if the show started, and then I'll be right back. I'll just stay there. I'm gonna go check and see where the guys are, and then come back and probably say the same thing that I said, because this pre-recorded video will repeat itself. But I'll be back. Oh, hey, hi. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So the show is going on. We've started the show, or we might be in commercial right now.
Hunched down in the corner office of a more successful business, here is Corey Blaze.
Live from Arizona, USA, and broadcasting to over 79 countries with more than 1 million downloads worldwide, heard by the best fatnatics. This is Fat Guy Radio Show, home of Arizona's Hot Talk Radio. Devising a plan of action to calm Mullah down his fighting neighbors from Rough and Ready, California. That's Daniel D.T. Taylor.
What's good?
Standing outside a vacant school, chanting, "Our little white asses aren't the only ones that matter." From Screamer, Alabama, there's Doug the D.A. Andrew.
Holla.
And I am your host, Corey Blaze, filling out a Kamala Harris mint claim on myself from Slick Poo, Idaho. Fat Guy Radio Show is an interactive show. Comment on any of our various live streams or tweet us your comments to @FatGuyRadioShow. You're also welcome to slide into our DMs, slide into it hard.
Ooh,
and search Fat Guy Radio Show on all popular social media. We even read and respond to your comments after the show. And today's show is brought to you by the Swag Merch Store. Online now at fatguyradioshow.com/store. What is swag? I'm glad you asked. Webster defines swag as a curtain or piece of fabric fastened so as to hang in a drooping curve. Clearly, Webster has never heard of our Swag Merch Store, because then he'll know that swag is t-shirts, hats, masks, mugs, water bottles, and more. Webster needs to correct itself. So while I send DA to correct Webster, the dictionary, not the tiny person, you should shop now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store or click the swag merch store banner on our website. Our swag store is also available under our show description. Shop now online, the Fat Guy Radio Show swag store at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. Editor's note, according to Little D, for every t-shirt purchased, another Cameron will be added to the Suns roster. See Ricky 3PO for details.
Nice.
Welcome to the show, everyone, everywhere, all over the place. We have another fun-filled packed show for you that's going to be swimming upstream the whole damn time.
Would you have a little faith?
No, I am not the guy that's going to have a little faith, but you got to have faith.
I'm all in on the show.
I'm all in too.
Question for you boys. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
heard about the car alarm challenge?
No, what is this?
The car alarm challenge.
I just heard the show's. Someone streaming the show while we doing this?
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm streaming the game. I mean,
Wow.
I'm not streaming anything. I'm not streaming anything.
Wow.
It's halftime. Don't
Wow.
worry. I'm good. Just make the show in 15 minutes.
Wow.
You've never heard of the car alarm challenge?
No, I have not.
I saw like the black car alarm challenge, just like how black people out their alarms, and then he hit the button like 30 times.
No. So this is called the car alarm challenge, and my friend and accountant posted this on Facebook, and I saw this and I had to bring it to you boys. So here's the setup, and then I will play the audio. Basically, you got three young boys.
3 young cats. You're old.
Okay. You got three job turkeys.
You got 3 hip dudes.
You got 3 whippersnappers.
3 whippersnappers out in the parking lot, and they're in a convertible Mustang, and they set the alarm off, and then something happens.
Get up! Get up!
Let's wait for it. Alarm's going off.
Okay.
I bet he won't. I bet he will. I bet he will. I bet he will. Bet he will. I bet he will. Bet he will. Bet he will. Bet he will. Bet
That's not Jameson.
Bet he will. 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 Bet he will.
So basically what's happening is that these kids have a tenor sax, an alto sax, and a 4-piece drum set in front of this car, and they're playing along with the car alarm, and this is called the car challenge.
Oh, so you make beats with the car alarm.
Yeah, you make beats with the car alarm. Now, who we're listening to Big Blitz, is a Pittsburgh-based band that was born from the sounds of dance, rock, and jazz improvisational. This trio is comprised of Lucas, I'm not even going to try your last name, buddy, Selesky, I tried it anyway, who plays the tenor and the bari sax,
I'm not even gonna try this. I tried
Nick
it.
Gambigle, who plays the drums, and Mason Selesky,
Gambigle?
who plays
That was
the
in the
tenor
Muppet.
sax. And they are
Gambigle.
inspired by the sounds of saxophone and percussion-based bands known to busk in the subway stations of New York City. The band writes and performs their own optional tunes, blah, blah, blah. But this is their car alarm challenge that my friend Michael posted up on Facebook. And I wanted to bring it to you guys because I wanted to know what you thought of this. I think it's pretty interesting because how often do you hear a car alarm just going off and then the 3-piece band just busts out in front of it?
What song is that though?
I have no idea.
That's a famous song. I can't think of it right now.
I don't know.
I got Shazam on my phone. Hold on.
You can't Shazam this. I think they're just flowing with it.
No, that's an actual song.
It has a nice little tempo.
I'm gonna pull up the video and let me see if I could see if they have
That's
it.
a legitimate song that's real. Because I heard that dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
I'm trying to see.
The car horn in the back, though, since I know what it is kind of
Is it getting in the way?
It's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. It doesn't sound like an authentic horn, even though it's a real horn. But
I think this is the most creative thing I've ever seen on the internet today. Next to our show,
I would love to see the Roots do something to this, or like a rapper.
The Roots would kill this.
They like Black Thought. He would rhyme into the battery dies.
He would, honestly. And then fucking, I'm sorry.
Oh,
what's the time?
21:03. There we are.
I said just write down all the times.
I know. I told you he was gonna do it.
What were you gonna say about Questlove?
I was gonna say Questlove would beat the hell out of a drum until this car alarm fell to completion.
You know, Questlove never owned a pick until he was 40.
He probably bought one in a 3-pack, and 2 of them are out of the pack, and 1's still in the plastic.
He probably bought it when he went through his first pandemic and was afraid to go to his barbershop, so it just grew out an afro, and then he just started, picking his face and his hair and pubes.
Actually, rumor has it that's exactly how Questlove began the natural that he has now.
They do not have the list. They do not have the name of the song.
That's an actual song, though.
I'm sure it sounds like it, but they don't have the name of the song in the description of the YouTube video. But I thought this was the most creative thing ever because, how many times, I don't hear car alarms anymore, but when I used to live down in the ghetto, car alarms would go off all the time.
But the thing is you have to have a specific car alarm because you can't just have any car alarm. Because you try that with any car alarm, you might get that.
Blitz.
Can you just make that a YouTube clip and just cut him and keep splicing it?
No one ever hears their car alarm go off anyway.
What is a car alarm? I don't even own one.
When my car alarm goes off, my car actually sends me a text message.
When my car alarm goes off, the cops are there with a SWAT team saying, "Freeze, African American, that is not your car." Sorry, what?
They don't say freeze. When they get out of their car, they immediately take action to make sure that, oh, there's another one, time to march.
When my car alarm goes off, it just hits snooze.
You tell you fire shots off at everything.
Dude, you're scaring me. You're scaring me.
Yeah,
it's empty.
Is the safety on?
There's no clip.
Is the safety on?
There's literally nothing. There's no need for a safety. There's nothing in here.
There's no clip.
Is the safety on?
How can the safety? So this gun is a Glock 30 slim frame, which means it has a semi-automatic safety, which means this gun right here has a trigger that you have to completely pull this little button before the trigger actually goes all the way back. It has an enter safety on it. There is no safety on the outside. There is no magazine in this gun right now, which means there are no bullets in here, which means no matter how many times I cock it or pull it, nothing will be fired.
I'm listening. What?
DJ talks like he's from Chicago.
He does talk like he's from Chicago. Off of the Facebook Live, shout out to our boy Jim Amato.
I haven't heard that drop in a minute. What up, Jim?
Who's chiming in? Shout out to the 412 off of the Facebook Live there, and AK47 also chimed in. We're off of the YouTube Live. Where she says, I'm just going to drown myself in the baptism pool. Yeah, that's very true.
I wonder if that's ever happened.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
doing that right now.
Drowning yourself in the baptism pool?
I'll tell you this. When I got baptized, that water tasted weird.
You weren't supposed to have your mouth open. Jesus don't want you to drink them.
He said, this is my blood. He said, this is my blood as well.
Then why did we say communion?
You know what? Speaking of communion, I was thinking about the prayer breakfast earlier today. You know what I thought about a communion? It's 2020. Communion needs to switch over from them bland little crackers that they buy from the dollar store. And how about I want a progressive church that is willing to integrate Cheez-Its into their communion.
You know what? I'll do something
Cheez-Its. How come the body of Christ has got to be bland and attached to that little plastic little cup? Put a Cheez-It in there. I want a Cheez-It Jesus.
I got Jesus cheese.
I want a Cheez-It Jesus.
I got you something better. Jesus has skin of olive, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not
Bronze.
make bronze? Why not make them Cheez-Its instead of Cheez-Its and them freaking bland Nella wafers, whatever you want to call them?
Horrible. Get it together, Catholic
The
Church.
chocolate chip cookies. Why can't we have a chocolate chip cookie?
And if they did the chocolate chip cookies, then that would satisfy the black people in the church and the white people in the church. Because
Exactly.
chocolate chip cookies are black and white.
Nah,
And they
but white
go
people
great,
don't like
and they
cheeses.
go-
They like
and they
cheese
go-
nips.
They do, and they go great with grape juice and wine, either or, depending on what
Cheez-Its
church
are
you go to.
fire with wine.
I'm talking about chocolate chip cookies, but Cheez-Its are fire with
Cheez-Its?
wine.
Ew, I don't know about cookies and wine.
I don't know about cookies and wine either. Cheez-Its
It
have
is
been
delicious. Don't knock it till you try it. We'll try it right
No,
now
that's
after
facts.
the show.
That's facts.
Cheez-Its have been my quarantine pandemic crutch. I cannot tell you how many boxes of Cheez-Its that I have ordered from our friends at Walmart.
Please say Costco. You gotta go to Costco if you love Cheez-Its.
No, I go to
$8
Walmart because
for those
Walmart
two
is
big
a
old
proud
bags.
partner of Fat Guy Radio Show.
Hey, I too
Not
go to Walmart.
Costco.
I too go to Walmart, but not for Cheez-Its, but for my quarantine snack, which is wine. And you wouldn't believe how delicious wine is with rice, with salmon, with Cheez-Its, with Captain Crunch cereal.
Damn.
Wine is freaking delicious with no matter what you put it with.
I
I'm
haven't
just
been
saying.
poor in a while. 'Cause
I'm not
I didn't
poor.
understand a word he said.
I didn't understand anything he said.
I'm
either.
not poor. I'm just saying wine is delicious with no matter what you put it with. So
Cockroaches.
get drunk. That's all I'm saying.
Jim
Get drunk.
Amato off of, I know we're up on a break,
I'm
but
cooler.
Jim Amato off the Facebook says, how about nacho flavored communion wafers? Oh, yeah. And then they can take the juice out of that little cup and put nacho cheese in it. This is my cheese, which is broken for you.
That's the Fat Guy
this
Radio
in
Church.
Do this in remembrance of me and Taco Bell. That's the scripture, ain't it?
That's cheesy Gordjesus. Come on, man.
Cheesy Gordjesus. Oh, damn it. Okay, all right. On that, we're going to take a quick break. And on the other side of this, I had a meltdown, a fat guy meltdown moment.
What else is new?
And it has something to do with some news about a fast food chain that I didn't realize. And I thought I was up to date on all the news of fast food chains. And we'll discuss more of it right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com right after this.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
And now, back to Fat Guy Radio Show on the BDB Radio Network, featuring Corey Blaze.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Nothing is better than when you hit the bullseye right in the center. And you can do it every time you shop through FatGuyRadioShow.com/Target. Target is ready to help you save on Cat and Jack jeans, Dyson animal vacuum cleaners, furniture, and more. Our Fat Addicts can receive $50 off the Dyson Ball Animal 2 vacuum cleaner or 30% off Cat and Jack jeans for kids when you shop through FatGuyRadioShow.com/Target. Shop today for contactless pickup or free shipping. Shop Target today at Target. Expect more, pay less. And welcome back to the Shody. Whoa. So I consider myself an aficionado of the fast food market. I mean, just look at me.
Yeah, exactly. I would say you are.
I wouldn't disagree.
Right, you know what I mean? I'm normally I was the first one to report that Del Taco had a churro shake.
You were. I
when?
do remember that.
I
don't remember that.
I broke the news about all of the non-meat what do they call it? those
Synthetic meat?
Impossible Burger?
Yeah, the Impossible Burger, the Impossible Taco. I've been on top of all of this. Well, boys, I got up on Sunday morning before I went to have my nacho flavored communion online with Jesus, because I go to online church
Amen, brother.
because I'm not ready to go back yet.
I don't even think churches are open, though.
My church is
Girl,
open.
all amen.
The churches are open. Churches are successfully navigating this thing, and
I didn't hear that, but okay.
they're doing it a lot like the NBA. But
So they make you live at church?
no. Jesus.
Live at church.
Amen.
But you do have to dribble a basketball while you're at church the entire time. So I decided before going to online church service on Sunday that I was going to treat my fat self to a McDonald's, my go-to sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
So
You
you
woke
were
up at
literally trying to pray and eat at the same time.
Prayer breakfast.
The prayer breakfast.
And you know what? I think I just screwed up my timeline. Because you're right. It wasn't, not that you're right. I screwed up my timeline. It wasn't Sunday. It was Saturday. And I'm gonna explain to you why it was Saturday. So I got up Saturday morning. I drug my feet because I overslept, and I woke up around 10 o'clock. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna have myself. I was dreaming of it, DA.
I believe you were dreaming of some food.
And I woke up. I also had a really weird dream about DT too. But I was dreaming.
I believe that too. Was it wet?
No, it was not. I'll tell you after this. Remind me. I was dreaming about having a sausage, egg and cheese McMuffin because they're 2 for $5 at my McDonald's.
I don't think you care about price.
So
Hey, low key, that's a deal though.
No, it's not.
they're
I
2
would
for
definitely
$5
get
at my
two for
McDonald's.
$5?
2 for $5.
2 for $5 non-food items. Like, no, you can keep them.
2 for $5 sausage, egg McMuffin. So I was dreaming
They
about it
are
on
food
Friday
items.
night.
What do you mean non-food? That's food.
It's GMO, but continue.
So I woke up and I said, I woke up around 10 o'clock and I said, you know what? I'm going to go get myself some sausage, egg McMuffins. And I'm a big guy, so I wake up, in sections.
What wakes up first?
My
stomach.
My left eye.
I would say
Left
the stomach.
eye. The left
Just
eye.
the left eye. The right eye comes after the left hand and the right foot. So just imagine trying to walk to the bathroom while all that's going on.
Do you still get morning wood?
I don't even know what that is anymore.
Dang. I feel
His
bad for
morning
you.
wood come around lunch.
Morning wood is only when I look out back and old man Jenkins is cutting down a tree.
He only gets morning wood when he goes camping.
Yeah, and even sometimes the trees are soggy. So I got up and I woke up in sections and I said, I'm going to go get me these sausage egg McMuffins. So I got in my car. It was about 10:25. Got in my car, drove up to the McDonald's, about 7 minutes from the house. Pulled up to the double drive-through after I because my move about the double drive-through.
Yeah, I hate those.
I look at the cars in front of me and I see how many heads I can count through the window. And at all times, folks, listen to me. This is Corey Blaze. I want to give you the tip of a lifetime when it comes to the double drive-through. If you see an SUV, don't get behind that SUV. Or if you pull up to the double drive-through and there is someone, this is going to be visual, and there is someone leaning out of the window like this, holding a piece of paper, don't get behind that person because they got a list and they ordering for probably 3 or 4 people.
But they can read, and that means they'll get their order off faster.
They going to be there forever.
It doesn't
But they
matter.
know what they want.
No, it's not, because here's the thing, DA. Everything that's on that list ain't going to be ready. And it's probably going to be one of them times where they're going to make them pull forward and then you pull forward. And then before you know, you got a line of cars out front because they putting that big ass order together because that lazy ass person didn't want to go inside.
Then they'll tell them to pull around.
DA, everybody ain't got the time that you got. So I get up and I go to the McDonald's. I pull up to the drive-thru, the double drive-thru. I pick the best of the best, you know what I mean? And I said, yes, I like to have 2 sausage, egg McMuffins, 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, because you got to be specific, because there is a sausage, egg McMuffin, and there's a sausage, egg with cheese McMuffin.
Damn, you fat for real.
This is new?
You got this. This is.
I got this. This is a science, bro. I can write a book, bro.
Well, the one without cheese is about $1 cheaper.
Yeah, it is.
And if you got cheese at home, you can just slap a piece of cheese on it, put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds.
Oh, you ghetto for real.
That's not ghetto.
It's not.
Yes,
the
it
same.
is.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I don't want to go. You be going to McDonald's and getting the burger without the cheese, going home and cutting off a slice of your government cheese and putting it on your burger, don't you, DA?
It's not government cheese.
That Velveeta.
It's black market. It's black market cheese, like how I watch my NBA games.
Black market Velveeta. Get out of here.
Black market Velveeta.
So I ordered my sausage egg McMuffins with cheese, and the little pipsqueak comes back on the speaker and he says, "We don't serve breakfast anymore at this time."
What?
Hold on.
It was 10:35.
It's not 11
in the morning.
Breakfast stops at 11.
I told him, I says, I thought it was served all day. He says, no, we stopped that a long time ago. And I was like, and then, I'm thinking, I'm not about to argue with this dude, because if I argue and I win, I'm going to get a noogie sandwich. So I'm just going to go ahead and bow out of this, take my fat ass home and have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which seems to be my go-to when a fast food place lets me down. But this one, I was ready to take a stand. And I pulled out and I told the guy, I said, okay, thank you very much. I don't want your burgers. I got enough fat and gristle that ain't processing out of my body. I don't want your burgers. So I said, thank you very much. And I pulled away.
Facts.
But I pulled away to the parking lot behind the McDonald's. And I whipped out my old magic vagina phone and I Googled McDonald's no longer serving breakfast after 10:30. And you won't believe what I discovered.
What?
We're in a parallel universe.
When the pandemic hit, McDonald's stopped serving breakfast all day. And I'm going to tell you why this pissed me off. Because if you remember back in time, McDonald's was the one corporation that had the hardest time going to 24-hour all-day breakfast. And even when they did, it was still a limited menu, but yet it was still, you could still get a sausage egg McMuffin at 9 o'clock at night if you wanted to. But McDonald's fought against going 24-hour breakfast for a long time. So when the pandemic hit, when COVID hit, I think McDonald's saw that as a perfect opportunity to stop doing something that they never wanted to do in the first place.
I still call shenanigans.
No, I agree with Corey.
I think that's exactly what it is.
McDonald's like, nah. Pandemic here, we can't. You are more likely to catch COVID from eggs after 12 than you are at 11:59.
Right. And my McDonald's by my house is doing an okay job with their social distancing.
No, they're not.
Well, they do
if we're talking about the same McDonald's over on 43rd Ave, no, they're not.
Okay, I don't go that far to that one, but yeah, that one's not doing it, and I've hit that one up a couple of times. But the McDonald's that I'm hitting up does it okay to the point where I don't touch anything that they touch.
The McDonald's in my suburbs.
But they backed out of doing 24-hour breakfast because of the pandemic. And this was published, and I'm mad at myself that I did not know this. How did this slip by me, the fast food fat guy?
Corey, about your OCD and Germanism and everything, you don't wear a glove, right?
No.
And you get upset when the cashiers don't wear gloves, correct?
Well, I used to, but not anymore. I did a little bit more digging, but I was at one point very upset that they weren't wearing gloves.
But you're like, okay, cool. When they give me my card back, I grab it with the.
I purposely wrap the receipt around my card, and then the receipt and the card goes into my seat.
But when they give you the card and the receipt, they're touching the receipt.
No, they're not. They're not touching. They're pinching the card between their fingers and the receipt, and I grab the card from the edge and I fold it over and take it out of their pinched fingers and onto my card.
But do you see what part of the receipt that they pull the card?
Yes, absolutely. You don't think I'm not watching?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
because
I'm watching.
I've seen
but
this
then
happen.
there has been times where the cashier does, grab the receipts short because, sometimes I only get, a quarter of the menu instead of the whole menu. So when they get the quarter of the menu and the receipt short and they do touch it all, I make sure that I'm following what fingers I'm using to touch the receipt and put it in my seat. And then I immediately, when I roll up, when I'm pulling away, I immediately grab for my hand sanitizer.
Now, question.
Get that all
Do you
real
do you not touch the card at all after you after you give it to him?
No, the card sits in my car for at least minimum 48 hours.
Okay.
This dude is
because I'm like, bro. At some point, you're gonna touch the card they already took from your hand with their unclean hand.
Nope. And then if I do need to use my card, what I also carry.
He's gonna put some sanitation wipes out.
He's not gonna pull out the germ key because the germ key has no card function on it.
No, I have little alcohol wipes that I use when I shoot camera because you got to put the camera on your eye. So I always carry alcohol wipes. I had them in stock to clean off the lens hole, the viewfinder hole. So when I put my eye on it, because when you're out there and you're shooting camera, you're sweaty, and those cameras are used for multiple things, especially at the arena. And they're used for multiple things. So I use that. So what I do is that I use those alcohol wipes now. If I need to use my card again, I'll carry them in my car. Like if I'm going to multiple places. Like I went to multiple places the other day, which I will mention in the next break. I had to go to Home Depot. And I will mention that. And I had to go to Home Depot and another place. My card had to be presented more than once. So I ended up carrying the alcohol little wipes right with me.
You're not fat for real. You're not about that life. Because if you were, you'd have the McDonald's app. You'd have the QR code with all your money on it, and you would just pass them your phone and say, "Scan this," and then your whole meal is paid for.
Now,
I'm gonna go a whole step further than UDA because I don't even use the QR code. I pay via the app because you can actually put your cards on the app. Pay via the app. So all you got to do is tell them, "Hey, this is my name. I already have an order here. This is my order number. Give me my food because it's already paid for."
Now, I actually did have that conversation with a friend of mine last week that I may need to jump over and start using my Apple Pay because I haven't really trusted the
That's
Apple
not even
Pay
Apple
thing.
Pay though. That's not even Apple Pay. What I'm saying, Corey, I know
what you're saying.
No, are you really though?
I do.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off because obviously you don't know because you're saying I just had the conversation about talking with my friend about how I need to go to Apple Pay. We're talking about that you're not fat because if you were truly fat, you were already prepaid for your food before you even got to the place. Because we already know that you are that type of person that will, if you are unsatisfied with the way they are handling the protocols of handling your food, that you
don't go back.
That you will let them keep the money and just drive off anyway because you've done that prior.
Yeah.
So we're saying there are options on these food apps to pay for your food prior to you getting there, so that when you get there, all you really have to do is just pick up your food. It is literally cheaper than getting delivered because you're doing the driving, which is half of the price of the delivery fee.
But with the delivery, and I have voiced this before. Now, if you would have let me finish when I was discussing this with my boy about Apple Pay, ordering through their apps came up in the conversation as well, and I may need to have to start dealing with that. Like when you go to Sonic, they have an app that you can order with and you can pay for it and you just pick it up. Now, DoorDash and all those things, I've gone on record to say that I don't trust those because, yes, you can pay through the app, but I don't know if Shakita Bonita, who's carrying my sandwich, has it in her car and she just in there COVID coughing.
Okay, but here's the thing, like Starbucks app. You can just load the app with money.
I know. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm saying I probably need to start embracing it.
Your go-to example was Sonic. Literally, when you pay with card in Sonic, you swipe your own card into a machine and pull that out. There is no person touching your card.
I know, but Sonic
you.
Sonic also has an app where you can
I understand
pre-order.
that. What I'm saying is we're talking about McDonald's. McDonald's has an app where you can literally order your food through McDonald's.
Yes.
You drive there and you pick it up. No one touches your food besides the workers. No one touches your card besides you.
Right.
So I don't get what you're arguing.
You can also pay with Apple Pay at McDonald's as well.
I understand that.
And that's what I'm saying I probably need to start embracing.
Okay, but we're saying even going beyond embracing the Apple Pay, you can just be fat and pay before you even go to the restaurant. You order
fat and pay.
You fat and pay. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down.
Well, what if I order?
Hold on. Fat and pay. You can literally order what you want.
Get off your mic, DA, when you yell.
Order what you want. Pay for it. Drive. And then go pick it up. No one's gonna pay. No one's gonna pick your card.
No one's gonna touch the card.
No one's gonna touch the card. Only people touching the food is your people. You don't have to worry about Chiquita Bonita in her car getting the COVID all over your food because no one's touching the food besides the workers. So if you, which we've already know, if you don't like the workers how they're handling the food, you drive off anyways with paying for your food because you always pay for your food before you even see how the people are handling it. So we're saying that is a viable option, but we are calling shenanigans on you being fat. And at that moment, I need you to pull up a commercial because we're headed to break.
He just dropped the mic on you. He said, you know what? I made my point and take the break.
It is that time. It's 7:46.
So using Apple Pay instead of using their app allows me to maybe change my order once I get there. That's all I was going to say. But you're right. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back after. Shut the hell up. We'll be right back after this on FatGuyRadioShow.com. Good Lord Jesus.
Sometimes we're funny, sometimes we suck.
This is Fat Guy Radio Show, part of the BDB Radio Network.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, everywhere. With so much going on with the weather and air quality, especially in Arizona, did you know that your home filter has a profound effect on your AC, how it works, how it performs? Home Depot makes it easy to order the right size and kind all through FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot. With Home Depot's new free in-store pickup or car delivery, not only will you save on your electricity, but Home Depot offers an additional level of safety. And I know this personally because that's exactly what I did for the first time this weekend. I ordered some air filters for my house. Home Depot sent me a text message with a link in it. I tapped the link. It asked me, what spot are you parked in? What color is your car? What's your make? And before I could even, like seconds after I hit enter, a Home Depot representative associate was out to my car with my filters. It literally took like 2 minutes. It was so quick. I didn't even have time enough to put my mask on before she approached the car. It was that easy, that convenient. I did it for the first time. I implore you to do it. I actually was so excited about it that I took the picture of the spot that I parked in. I parked in parking spot number 3 at the Home Depot there.
Oh, nice.
So it says curbside pickup at the Home Depot. That if my camera decides to go into focus, and of course today's the show doesn't want to do that, but I guarantee
I saw it.
You've seen today.
It's at spot 3.
But do it at the Home Depot, folks. It's so easy and it's so simple. And there was a lot of people that were doing it. So get in with everybody else and save yourself some time because, you know, the Home Depot, of course, they have masks that are required, but why even take the extra risk by going into a place when they will come out to you? And they did it perfectly, and I loved it. And I did it all by starting at FatGuyRadioShow.com/Home Depot. Home Depot, how doers get more done. Welcome back to the Shuddy Whoa, everyone, everywhere. The point that I was making is that I totally never knew that because of COVID, McDonald's stopped serving all-day breakfast. That's what I did not know. I did not know that. And DA, I questioned it too, but several reputable news sources confirmed the fact way back in March that McDonald's will stop serving all-day breakfast. And I still call shenanigans on and it proves the fact that they didn't want to do it in the first place because I think they're the only fast food place that went to all-day breakfast that stopped doing all-day breakfast. Everybody else is still doing all-day breakfast.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, honestly, until this day, I never knew that McDonald's served all-day breakfast and then stopped. I had no idea. I knew the cutoff time was always 10:30.
Really?
Just because McDonald's always stopped at 10:30, I never knew they went to all-day breakfast.
Yeah.
So the McDonald's by my house in the suburbs off of 99th and Lower Buckeye.
Why don't you give out your address and your social security number, dear?
182 West. No. Really though.
West. No.
There's a street called No.
I would be on West No.
Yeah, I live on West No every time I ask somebody to sit in the corner and be weird with me.
They named it No because too many black people were trying to move into it.
No.
Can we live here?
No.
No.
So when I pulled up, it was like, I think it was like 3 o'clock. And
in the afternoon or in the morning?
In the afternoon, 3 p.m. Because usually at McDonald's, I don't like none of their burgers. I only like their chicken and their breakfast. Like the
what about the McFish?
No, the filet of fish. I
the
mean,
filet
it's
of
okay.
fish.
That's the only good burger they have.
The nuggets are okay.
I could rock the nuggets. I could rock the filet of fish with some French or friesers.
The fries are excellent.
No, this is what you do. You order a filet of fish.
This is what you what?
This is what you do. You order filet of fish with BK sauce.
BK sauce?
That's Burger King.
I'm sorry, not BK. Big Mac sauce.
Did you just tell us to go to McDonald's and order the fish sandwich and then drive to
Burger King
5412 and then drive to Burger King and get
and hold
sauce?
the filet of fish open and say, "Can I get some of that BK
So
sauce?
Can I get that sauce, sir?
So you
Man,
go
have some more sauce, please.
So you take your filet of fish and then you hold it up to the McDonald's people. Can I get some of your BK sauce, sir? Please, sir.
Well, you said that wrong, Corey. You said that wrong, so it would have been funnier if you said it right, but you said it wrong.
But usually I pick up the sausage McMuffin,
right?
Because I don't like the eggs. Because if you ever worked at McDonald's, you see how we would take the eggs out of this little massive thing and heat them up. They're already pre-made like that.
How come I get an eggshell in my eggs every once in a while?
Because they're made in a factory somewhere far, far away from where I've seen people work.
I can't tell you how many times I've bitten into a AK-47 off of the YouTube says you can have it your way. with taking your McDonald's burger over to Burger King.
I was going to say,
right.
that's Burger King, right?
But dude, I've gone to McDonald's and I've gotten a sausage egg McMuffin with cheese sandwich, and I've bitten into eggshell.
Yeah, I've never done that. They don't like your ass. But I would go at like 3.
You come here too much, son. You get eggshell.
So I asked my wife, I'm like, what do you want? She said the hot cakes or the great plate or whatever that's called, the hot cake.
The big breakfast.
The big breakfast.
Number 17.
So when I pulled up, I'm like, yeah, can I get the
That's
sausage
right.
McMuffin? They said, okay, what else? I was like, the big plate. And she says, oh, well, we don't serve that after 10:30. I was like, what?
Right,
I freaked
see?
out over that.
That's what they did originally when they went to 24-hour menu. They sliced the breakfast menu, but you could still get some of the more popular breakfast items.
But see, this was during the
all day.
pandemic. This was during the pandemic. I was working from home at this time.
But this was literally, I have the articles from.
So maybe each McDonald's can do their own thing.
It was McDonald's across the board. It was the McDonald's
Nah.
Corporation that made this announcement.
And you're the same person that still pulls up trying to get orange soda from the
the lava
McDonald's too.
the orange lava.
Go with the
blast.
lava burst, sir. It's not 2012, okay?
We don't
McDonald's
serve lava bursts anymore.
McDonald's stopped serving breakfast. It was placed on the McDonald's website themselves, Business Insider, the New York Post, all of these reputable sites, the Thrillist, all of these, USA Today, Mashed, Delish, all of these websites are reporting around March 26th that McDonald's is temporarily stopping all-day breakfast.
The same day that it stopped selling High C Lava Blast.
But I'm thinking that
I was
each McDonald's can be licensed and
Okay,
like,
maybe franchisers are a little
Corey,
different.
Corey is the same dude who goes to McDonald's after they say limited time only,
No.
still requesting the McRib.
They still have...
Still requesting. What do you mean? It's been on the menu 3 months ago. What do you mean? They no longer have the McRib.
No, what
that is from my.
Is that on their app?
McDonald's.
Is that on their app?
No, it's not the app. I just Google McDonald's. It's
Okay,
the
so
local
then
McDonald's.
my McDonald's that I went to must have just
In
been
the hood.
prejudiced against. It was not in the hood. It must have been prejudiced against breakfast because I sit here and I Googled it and found all of these articles about the fact that McDonald's stopped selling breakfast all day when COVID hit.
He didn't like the way your card was leaning. Because honestly, I roll up there and I get what I want. Hash browns, whatever I want. Because working from home too, I like McDonald's coffee. It's $1. I can get the big one.
I do. I love. That's the only time that I have their coffee is when I have their sausage egg McMuffins.
And I drink 2 coffees a day. I drink one at 10:30, and then I'd have my first coffee poop, and then I'll go and drink my second coffee. And I said like 1, and I can still get a hash brown. And
From the
whatever else
New
I
York
want.
Post, say goodbye to the egg McMuffin in the afternoon. For now, McDonald's is yanking its all-day breakfast menu as the coronavirus pandemic upends its operations. The fast food giant is making the temporary change to simplify operations in the kitchens and for our crew. Bill Garnett, Senior Vice President of Operations for McDonald's USA. So it's not just like,
I think each franchise can do their own thing, and luckily my franchise.
McDonald's franchises are run like a military operation. They can't do anything that the head corporate McDonald's office isn't said.
Corey,
AK-47 off of
McDonald's.
AK-47 off the YouTube also says they stopped selling salads too. AK, I don't know what the hell
I
a
didn't even
salad
know they
is.
had
What is a salad? I've never heard salad.
What did they do? Did they
Am I
chop
saying-
up a filet-o-fish and
Am I
mix
saying
in
that word
some,
right? I don't know what that
McRib
word is.
sauce with it? Like I don't know what a salad? Salabios?
She really
Like I
pulled
don't
up to
know.
McDonald's to get a deep fried salad.
I don't know what they stopped
saladi?
selling Salidia diddle
Salidia.
Oh, sativa.
Salidia.
No, sativa. It's the weed that makes you be up and burpy.
Sativa.
The
indica makes you real sleepy. If you get the hybrid though,
Old McDonald had a
sativa.
little D.
Old McDonald had a sliver.
Salada
E-I-E-I-O.
she rolled up to a Fat Guy Radio Show and said salad.
Don't you come at us with that.
Like we give 2 damns about
What
a
the hell is a
McDonald's salad.
salada?
Hey, low-key though, their salads were fire though.
I go to Wendy's.
Southwest chicken? Oh my
Oh, that's Southwest. No, Wendy's has a Southwest chicken
No,
salad. That is
McDonald
fire.
had a McDonald's had a Southwest grilled chicken sandwich.
I don't trust
With the
McDonald's
corn.
lettuce.
Delicious.
I don't
With
trust
the
their
corn.
lettuce.
I don't give a hell what the lettuce. The lettuce could have been literally made of sesame seed bun. I would have ate that stuff.
Salida diddle. How do you say that?
Sesame
AK?
sesame seed
diddle?
bun salad. I'm down. I don't care.
Sesame
it was good.
seed bun. I was pissed that they didn't have this, but I don't know. But it doesn't matter. But I ended up not getting it, and I went home and I sent my peanut butter and jelly sandwich is what I ended up doing. And then I texted D-Tay later on that afternoon and asked him if he would give me permission to have KFC. He, of course, does what he does anytime I text him, ignores me.
I did not ignore you.
You
said,
didn't respond till 3 days later, Negro Spiritual.
Left his ass on
It was the
red.
very next day.
It was
And
3
it was-
days later if
no,
it was the first.
I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to pull
How
it
did
up
church
right
get
now.
in your story though?
I'm going to pull it
Well,
up right
church
now.
went into my
Hello.
story because I was going to try to make an attempt to go back to McDonald's on the Sunday since I missed it, and I actually successfully went the next day and got my sausage egg McMuffin. And the reason why I got my days mixed up is because church don't start till 11 online,
Church don't start till late.
and I know that I overslept that morning, and that's,
All right.
that's the reason why I missed the breakfast.
Are you ready for this?
Yes,
I'm
I am
ready.
ready for this.
Okay. Friday, July 24th. Corey texted me, can I have KFC tomorrow for lunch, D-Tay? I texted him Saturday, July 25th.
Next day.
Well, you said tomorrow.
11:16 a.m. and said, why wouldn't you be able to have KFC? He said, the mac and cheese. I said, he said that at 11:19. At 11:23, I said, you'll be fine. He said, so I can go? 11:24, I said, yes. He texted me back a Snoop Dogg gif at 11:24, dancing.
It's Jif, by the way.
GIF. Anyway,
Choosy Mom's Cheese Jif.
but it
and
was the very next day.
You're right.
Prior to 12 o'clock, which means it was still before lunchtime.
You're right.
I see all
Boom.
facts.
I'm wrong. You're right. I'm sorry. So
You're
I
fat,
didn't
I'm
go to
small.
KFC that day. I treated myself and went to Boston Market and tried their
did.
new
You
pineapple
actually
barbecue
did,
chicken.
and you did update me on that.
Yes, and I tried the new barbecue pineapple chicken.
I like how y'all just don't text me.
I text
We
you
don't
pictures
like
of
you.
my sack all the time, DA, and you never respond.
That's your sack. I thought that were your roof shingles. I was like, why does Corey keep texting me his roof?
Sack roof shingles.
Sack shingles.
Oh my God. I know we're up on a break. We got to get our last break in here. But before we do, I just want to get a quick mention in. Ladies and gentlemen, to my surprise, I woke up to a text message from my friend in the East who gave me some breaking news whenever it felt like breaking, that the Tony Perkins show featuring Gary Stein had reunited for a special Tony Perkins show taping. Now, the reason why this is special is because, DA, you're probably not aware of this because this was prior to you joining us, but Tony Perkins is single-handedly responsible for my success in radio.
No.
He may not want me to put that on him, but I did it anyway. But I traveled out to Washington, D.C. and was blessed enough to have an opportunity to be a guest on the Tony Perkins show. And they had went off the air slightly a little time after I had went out and did their show, so I may or may not be may or may not be responsible for killing the Tony Perkins show featuring Gary Stein. But nevertheless,
who ruined this chair? We'll never be the same.
It was Corey. He broke the chair. We got to end the show.
But they reunited, and it's up available now on the Tony Perkins show website. You can go to their Facebook page, check it out. It was such a blast. A tear actually came to my eye seeing Tony and Gary back together, and I sent Tony a personal text message and just congratulating him and letting him know how amazing it was to see them back together again. Of course, social distancing, but they added a new twist to the show where it was video. And the Tony Perkins Show didn't have a video stream back when I was on their show so many years ago. And it had been over 2 years since the Tony Perkins Show was together. So I was very happy. Congratulations to Tony Perkins and Gary Stein for reunited. And I hope that they do more in the coming future, because that was truly a treat. And in this middle of this pandemic, we need as many opportunities to laugh and smile. And the Tony Perkins Show featuring Gary Stein definitely did that. So shout out to Tony Perkins, and check them out on Facebook and Twitter if you want to catch that episode. And I do believe that they released it back out on their iTunes platform. And I believe Tony Perkins, I'm a little backed up on TMOS episodes, but I believe Tony Perkins was also on the Michael Mara Show. So check that out. I'm about a week behind on the Michael Mara Show episodes, but I was really happy about that. Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Gary. All right, folks, we're going to take our last break, right, DJ? We're up on our last break.
Yep, the 8 o'clock break.
All right, we're going to take our last break. We're a little late, but that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back on the other side of this. More fun and more thrills right here on Fat Guy Radio Show .com.
Fat Guy Radio Show.
Just when you thought it was safe to turn the volume up again, Corey and the guys are back with more.
You ain't got no coof DA whatsoever. You do realize that, right?
You got to redo that whole thing, don't you?
No.
A little bit. My bad. You could just like put the whole bad thing into the.
Don't you got to fix that whole thing?
No, it's multi-tracked, but still.
Yeah, see, no coof.
You still ain't got no coof. Fool.
Her parents should have wore condoms. She complained.
Welcome
so much.
back to the show, everybody, everywhere.
She should have landed on her mother's stomach.
Well, let's let
I'm telling a little D.
You do realize that that's my niece you're talking about, you rat bastard. You do realize that, right?
Yes, I do.
I will stab you in the jugular over my little niece.
Actually, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Hey, who was that little light-skinned bald kid that was talking on the microphones last week after the show?
That's my son. Nigga.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He should have been left on his mama's stomach.
Well, billions and billions of his brothers and sisters were.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're getting at is...
I was Devin Booker in that belly button, baby.
Oh, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. We need a transition here. We're going to try to clean this up, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't use a clean towel.
There's a donkey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shody. Whoa. Where I like to recite a poem before DT does the afterburn read. Roses are red, tacos are delicious. DA eats off paper plates because he hates doing the dishes. All right, DT, tell us about afterburn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Afterburn is the pay-for show that helps power our free show. Have you ever wondered why we have to stop ourselves every once in a while during the free show? It's because we have rules we have to follow. But with Afterburn, we ain't got no rules. You can hear us talk about any and everything we want to. DA gets more vulgar. When DA shows up, or when Little D shows up, he may be naked. Who knows? Corey, he talks about anything and everything. You want to know about his sex life?
I show up naked too.
It's there on Afterburn. He don't show up naked because the camera wouldn't hold that much. But if you want to try to see it, it's $8. But if you want to hear us talk about anything we want to talk about, then just pay $3. Fat Guy Radio Show /Afterburn. Burn someone you love. Burn yourself. Burn the world.
Burn the world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, because like Arizona heat right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is hot as hell outside. Okay, tough love story coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, DA.
Uh-oh.
I'm listening.
Phoenix family gives away teens' belongings after high-speed joyride in the family's Range Rover.
Ooh. Rich family. They can buy new stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this is from, believe it or not, our friends at Fox 5 DC posted this story out of Phoenix, where a Valley family laying down the law on their teenage son after they say he stole their Range Rover while they were on vacation and took it on a joy ride. The kid said, I just wanted to drive, but I don't have a license, so I just took it. The 14-year-old kid said, I can wash the car, and I was like, I don't have anything to dry it, so I'm going to just take it for a spin until it dries.
Did he really say that?
Yes. So the kid was speeding in his North Phoenix neighborhood. Hello, America. Hi, I'm Corey Blaze.
The ghetto.
In the North Phoenix neighborhood. Hi, that's me. That's me. Yeah, that's me. North Phoenix neighborhood disrupting his neighbors while his parents celebrated their anniversary in Vegas, Las Vegas. The family found out about the joyride after Phoenix police gave them a call. The son had been in trouble a few times before, so with no other option, it was time to clean house, and they did. The parents said, we got back to the house. Today, his room was 100% empty, and we're giving all his stuff away. For hours, the kid sat on his bed with the sign that, they put the stuff out in the driveway, and the kid was sitting on his bed out in the driveway with a sign that read, sorry I stole my parents' car and was speeding. Clothes, televisions, and the bedroom set were given away for free.
Ooh, point proven, family.
Hold up, they gave away his clothes, though?
Clothes, television, and bedroom set were given away for free.
Here's my thing. Does the article say they said the family went to Vegas, or his parents went to Vegas for an anniversary? Who was watching their 14-year-old child? That's the real question.
And why were they in Vegas during during a pandemic?
Exactly.
So they could just bring that back, give it to their kid, and send their kid to public school.
And that's not going to prove anything. Here's what's going to happen. The next time they leave that kid alone again, which they will, he's going to give away all of their crap for free.
Because he clearly is one smart-ass kid. And I purposely redacted the kid's name because I don't want to put a youngster's kid's name out on the show. But this has the makings of one title. I could have rewritten this title.
I'm listening.
Rich Kid Problems in North Phoenix. You got a Range Rover, and if you looked at the pictures, if you Googled this and looked at the pictures, I'm a grown-ass man, dog, and I don't even have that nice of a bedroom set. This dude had a full-size, looked like a queen-size bed, poster bed, with headboard, and it looked like they went to Pruitt's and laid him out. So here's the thing. They're not going to make the kid sleep on the floor. They just gonna go to Pruitt's next week, and he's not gonna be. This ain't no punishment. You stole the car. We're giving away all your old stuff, and now we know you can't sleep on the floor. Stuff. We finna give you new stuff.
And it ain't like the boy paid for his own furniture.
No, he's 14. He ain't got no job.
So they lost money. Well, unless he's a sex worker.
Oh, DA, damn it.
What? That happens in America?
Let me tell you what they should have did. They really wanted to enact justice on this kid. You don't have to give away all of his stuff. All you got to do is book his ass in the juvie jail up the street on I-17 and Pinnacle Peak Road. Book his ass up in the juvie jail and let some big, hairy 17-year-old teach him about retribution about stealing your family's car.
Or they could have booked him a ticket to Chicago, dropped him off on 69th and Eggleston, and say, hey, get back.
Not Eggleston.
I don't think that's tough love, that they gave away your old stuff knowing damn well you gonna get new stuff.
Should have just beat him.
Nah, man. Well, you can't.
Hey, they should have just hired the at-home school principal.
Yeah, I think he's still. Is he? Yeah, he's still in session. See, they should have had one of these here. They need the at-home school principal, and he would have never ever stolen that car, and he probably got COVID all in the car because I'm pretty sure he didn't have a germ key.
He probably didn't have a germ key
too.
You got a Range Rover and you 14 years old. Of course you went and picked up some friends. You know why? Because I was in the car with him when he went joyriding. He rolled up next to me and said, hey Corey, you want to go for a swing around the corner? I said, hell yeah, as long as Chris Hansen ain't going to pop out his backseat, I'm down.
I second that because I have a Hyundai and I'm 31 years old and I still hit up on my friends for a joyride.
Right?
So
sometimes
if I'm 14 years old with a Range Rover, you best believe I'm hitting up the whole high school for a joyride.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm alone, I joyride with myself.
I believe it.
That's really just me driving up to McDonald's trying to get breakfast at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Let me in!
I was knocking on the window with my germ key, DA. Oh, and DA, me and my germ key did go out on the town this weekend.
Ooh, what'd y'all do?
We went to the store.
Like what store though?
Don't worry about that. I went outside of my house with the germ.
But you used it like you went inside the store.
I was out of the house with the germ key.
You opened your car door with it.
I don't need to open my car door with it because my car is sanitized.
So I'm just curious, like, what did you use it for?
I used it to go outside of my house into a public space with the germ key.
So you used it to unlock your door at home.
And I
just don't believe you were out.
No, I was, and I got video to prove it.
Ooh, this is getting R. Kelly-ish.
I got video to prove it. That's me outside, my mask and my germ key.
There's no one in a 50-mile radius of you.
I got my mask on. I got my germ key. I was out, DA, with my germ key.
Were you rapping?
No.
I'm out in the streets with my germ key. Ain't no one around me but myself and me.
Okay, I just drove to a parking lot, got out of the car, and held up my germ key and shot that video. Okay, DA, you got me fine.
Hi.
I still felt more comfortable being outside, though, with my germ key.
I'm happy. You should get reacquainted with real life.
Germ key. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for you today. My apologies to Justin Bieber. We just plumb ran out of time, and DT ran out of drinks. Today's show was brought to you by... Let me quickly remind you about the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store, now with more, open at fatguyradioshow.com/store. You are a disaster, DA. When you buy a t-shirt through our swag merch store, your purchase supports our small, independently owned business. fatguyradioshow.com/store. Drop us a letter, comment, or question anytime to fatguyradioshow@gmail.com or send a gift. We love surprise us to Box 41506, Phoenix, Arizona 85080. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Look us up, subscribe, follow, and share. Tell everybody you know about the show, and when they ask you what's it all about, through your mask and your germ key, tell them. They'll make you laugh or depress the hell out of you, but you won't know until you listen. For Daniel Taylor,
that's me,
Doug the DA Andrew, and my little brother in absentia.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been Corey Blaze with our show mantra, skinny people.
That's me. You ain't skinny, DA, you fat.
Fat people already know they're fat, so stop reminding us. Tell everybody you know about the show. I already said that, damn it. See you at the top.
Hello.
Are we still taping?